Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima.
Happy Friday, and thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, for that lovely intro. What's going on, everybody? This is yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and it's episode 356 episode 356. How's it going, everybody? February the 10th, 2023, 12:57 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, 62 degrees in February. Today, February 10th, it's 62 degrees already. Major contrast from last weekend when we had, was up near negative 10 degrees below zero, and now we morph into springtime weather early. Is the groundhog, did the groundhog get it wrong? It must be. And people say it's not stimulation, superstition. To me, the groundhog's wrong. The groundhog is wrong, because if you go outside, 62 degrees, springs come early, dude. And then again, we have what? We have, let's see, 18 days left. Plus another 19. We have 37 days left of winter, so there is still plenty of time. But lately, this winter, like I said, this winter has not been that bad, let me tell you. And I'm having a good time. Between what happened yesterday at the end of Press Your Luck episode I did, and and what happened after Impact was over. I love Joe Hendry. Let me tell you, I believe in Joe Hendry. Anyways, speaking of Matt Cardona and Joe Hendry, Matt Cardona was slated to challenge Joe Hendry for the digital media title. Now he's been relegated to a broom closet for his dressing room after he thought he had a special dressing room, and the guy goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, this was Joe Hendry's dressing room. Follow me." So that. And there's a number one contender qualifier. Fatal 4 will happen at No Surrender. Dirty Dango versus Cardona's partner, Brian Myers. Brian Myers wins that one. Giselle Shaw walks in with Jay Vidal and starts messing with other people's food, spilling people's food on the table, pouring water on someone's salad. Deonna Purrazzo confronted her, and then it says it's going to blow up right in your face while Giselle Shaw was holding a bowl of chili. Deonna Purrazzo puts the chili all over Giselle Shaw. Santino Marella goes, "I'll make it match and no surrender." And he tastes the chili, needs more salt. Santino Marella. Funny dude. And then Gia Miller interviewed Trey Miguel, the X Division champ, and was making fun of Crazy Steve. And then Crazy Steve plays some mind games by putting Trey Miguel's symbol on the screen, and it had a little bit of blood in it. And he was a little bit flipped out about that. Mickey James and Tommy Dreamer went up against the good hands. That's Jason Hotch and John Schuyler. Hotch and Schuyler ran their mouths, mostly John Schuyler. But James and Dreamer decided to shut him up. And then Bully Ray and Monster Slamovich did attack James and Dreamer after the matchup. Johnny Swinger and Ziggy Dice were talking to Santino about having a title shot. And Johnny Swinger calls him San Martino. That's a good one. Hey, at least he's a legend, man. But then Dirty Dango, thinking he's like the deputy director of authority, which Santino says he's not. Dirty Dango's funny. He goes, "It's denied." And then all of a sudden, "I have to agree with you, Dad," though. He's denied. So, anyways, Ziggy Dice goes, "I know I got somebody that would get us going." Hilarious. Totally hilarious, man. Love Johnny Swingers, Santino Marella. That's a comical act. And you add Joe Hendry, that's a little bit more entertainment. Can we get these guys back in the WWE so they really entertain? Anyways, And then Rich Swann did a kind of promo about how he became the world champ, and he said he felt like everything's been taken away, so I'm happy for my friend Josh Alexander, but selfishly, I want the title back and everything else. So Josh Alexander knows and understands where Rich Swann is coming from. I gotta salute him on that. So I gotta salute. But then so a little bit more on the Josh Alexander situation. Steph DeLander, formerly known as Persia Pirotta in the WWE, made her Impact debut, addressed the crowd, calling them losers, saying she calls herself the Powerhouse Predator. I don't know, that nickname would go down, but we'll see. She took on Jordynne Grace. Heck of a matchup between these two big and powerful ladies. Jordynne Grace, who lost a lot of weight during all that time, but built a lot of muscle. Now, a lot of people have been dissing Jordynne Grace about that. Jordynne Grace wants to bodybuild and work out and work hard. And you know what? It'd be great to let her in. She keeps herself in shape, and she keeps herself in fighting shape too. Because if she wants to be a powerhouse, hey, listen, China was the one that started it all out, and she sculpted herself and everything else. And Jordynne Grace is doing the same thing. Sculpting her body, getting herself in shape, and at the same time trying to add some more power and muscle. So, and that's, I got to give Jordynne Grace a lot of credit. And she ended up beating the debuting Steph DeLander. And then Mike Cardona complains to one of the attendants, locker room attendants, about locker room organization. And he was guided outside into the parking lot to change there. Boy. So Gia Miller interviews Josh Alexander, and about Josh Alexander, he says he understands where Rich Swann was coming from. And then Kenny King starts running his mouth, interrupting him. And then when he was dissing Rich Swann, Rich Swann goes, I hear this, so how about this? Rich Swann did punch. I said, you know what? Let's get that. We'll settle this. We'll settle this on even Josh Alexander's, you two settle this, and then we'll worry about it. So, I love my A&W root beer. Anyway, so that match is happening next week. Non-title matchup for the Knockouts Tag Team Division. Killer Kelly teamed up with Taylor Wilde versus the Death Dolls. And in this case, Taya Valkyrie and Rosemary will be working together, as Jessica will be at ringside. This matchup was going great, but Taylor Wilde was too busy messing with her tarot cards, and it got to the point where Killer Kelly. In the closing moments, Killer Kelly was looking out for a tag, and Taylor Wilde was holding the devil card. I would have slapped the cards out of her hand, go fish, and then walk away. That would have been mean during the match. But I would look at tarot cards really in the middle of a match. You can play go fish later. You know what I mean? A little joke about that. Anyways, but that cost that team the matchup, as Death Dolls did pick up the victory, but Father James Mitchell's return. Father James Mitchell, an Impact legend, returns to Impact, addresses the Death Dolls and addresses Rosemary. And he goes, since you decided to disrespect your own dad, what dad is, his boss, then he decided to put a hex on him. And former NWA Women's Tag Team Champions Allison Kane and Marty Bell blindsided the Death Dolls from behind, Jessica and Taya Valkyrie. And then Rosemary tried to fight him off, and they hit her. So it seems like the Hex has come to Impact Wrestling, maybe to challenge for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. So I'll tell you one thing, Allison Kane and Marty Bell, if they want to run the Women's Tag Team Division, Impact is the way to go. So there's that. Eddie Edwards talked to Shearer and Raj Singh about PCA. As you know, Eddie Edwards has got a number one contenders qualifying match next week against Heath. And Macklin's going up against Rhino. And, he wants Shearer to finish off PCO. He does not want to face PCO in that number one contenders qualifying matchup. So, anyways. The Motor City Machine Guns reunited to talk to Kushida, and they were talking, and all of a sudden, Chris Bay and Ace Austin interrupt them, and then they decide, hey, how about this? And we would have been champions and all that. How about this? No surrender, let's make it a 6-man tag. And he go, the three of you against the three of us, and there's only two of you. Yeah, but we got, the Bullet Club never rolls alone. We got Kenta. So the former Hideo Itami, Kenta, will be teaming up with Chris Bay and Ace Austin versus Time Machine. That's the Motor Machine Guns and Kushida at No Surrender. It's going to be a heck of a matchup, that's for sure. So on the other number one qualifying matchup, Shira versus PCO. And I'll tell you one thing, Shira gave it all he got against PCO, and Raj Singh trying to get involved, but PCO with that moonsault, the dude is crazy. I was like, PCO, man, he is not human. PCO ended up winning the matchup. And then Mark Cardona just came in, Gia Miller interviewing him. He goes, you know what, string of bad luck, this is personal now, I got to go find Joe Hendry. And then all of a sudden, he sees Brian Myers eating some shrimp. He's got the boy some shrimp and food, and three guys walk out. Say his name, and he appears. I believe they go, did you just clap? Yeah. Matt Cardona was frustrated. Then Frankie Kazarian was trying to talk to Callahan. Hey, dude, you're part of Impact. You represent Impact. Why are you hanging out with these design clowns? I don't get it. And then he goes, Dear goes, if you want to talk to Callie, you go through me. And why is the sickness doing? I just feel fine. And then he starts getting into Diener's face, but then Khan goes, you know what, Albert, Las Vegas, if you want a match against me, let me know. And he walked away from that. And then the digital media title was on the line. Joe Hendry defending the title against Matt Cardona. But during the matchup, even radio silence, Hendry kicked out of that. Brian Myers tried to attack Joe Hendry, but ended up hitting Cardona instead with the roster cut clothesline. And Joe Hendry ended up hitting the standing ovation. 1, 2, 3. Hendry retains the title. Then Moose comes out. He tries to get at Hendry, but instead spears Matt Cardona instead. And then at the end, you know what? My theme song was not there, but it's not about me. It's about Matt Cardona. And let's sing this song again. And then Tom Hanks says, yeah. You're the king of the Indies, and now you're rich. But you'll always be, but in my mind, you'll be known as Edge's bitch. And that got my Cardona really upset. And you're the king of the Indies, and now you're rich. But in my mind, you'll be known as Edge's bitch. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. And that will be all the time we have on this show. Episode 356 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And having a great time and having a lot of fun. Having the case of the giggles between yesterday and today, man, it's going to be a lot of fun. But up on the next episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977, it's the game of strategy, knowledge, luck, and daring. That's right. What is another name for daring? Fearless. It's Fearless Friday. It's Bullseye. Time to see if we can do a 20-round battle against that Rotten Lightning. Let's see what it can do. All right. So that's all the time we have on this episode. So until that next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, please take us home.
That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production. And in association with A Sweet Bowl for Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.